Good evening. I'm Doug Kiffmeyer, President and co-founder of Modern Retirement Professionals Group. I'd like to thank everyone for attending here today. I know that everyone received their worksheet. At the top of that worksheet, there's a spot for your name, address, and phone number. The only thing that I ask of you is that you fill that out at this time. As we go through the presentation today, I want you to know that we're going to be covering the three key elements to a successful retirement: the area of finances, the area of taxation, and the area of a solid, competent estate plan. Making sure that those three areas are covered by the three key professionals that should be part of your retirement life are critical to your survival, your lifestyle, and making sure that things pass on the most cost-effective, the most tax-efficient, and the simplest way possible. As we progress forward today, what you're going to learn is multiple different areas that the common individual at retirement sometimes seems to skip. What we want you to understand is that at Modern Retirement Professionals Group, we have a philosophy. The philosophy is called accumulation to preservation. Accumulation to preservation is nothing more than a philosophy of a transition of working to retirement. Most individuals work for 30 years, dollar cost averaging into their 401k, taking risks in well-diversified and allocated mutual funds. But when they hit retirement, there's no book that they receive in the mail, there's no order form on TV that shows you some strategy or guide to what to do and what changes to expect at the stage of retirement. We educate individuals on those changes, those transitions that you can expect, and make sure that the right professional is there to guide you to the right decision. Retirement and change is critical. Changes to expect at the stage of retirement are unlimited, but the key important areas, first off, is that there's no more earned income. Having no more earned income means never contributing again to your traditional IRA, your 401k, your Roth IRA, your qualified accounts. Once you've retired and there is no more earned income, you can never ever contribute again. So if the market plummets and you want to buy low to sell high, you can no longer make those contributions. That's why the accumulation to preservation philosophy is so critical to individuals who are reaching or at the stage of retirement. Other areas of transition and change are when to start drawing Social Security. Do I start drawing at a young age or allow it to grow to the age of 66? What if I die when I'm 64 and I haven't drawn any of my benefits? These are the issues at hand that you truly need a competent professional to help guide you to make the right decisions. Whether or not you've taken out survivor benefits on your pension to protect your wife, or whether you've decided to purchase a life insurance to supplement just in case you pass away first and the pension is gone. Knowing the decisions that you need to make at the critical times are extremely important. The sooner you make them and the sooner you get a plan on paper, the better off you're going to be. The other areas at the stage of retirement that you have to decide is what type of income and where are you going to draw the income to supplement your pension and Social Security. Making that decision can be critical on the amount of taxes that you pay each and every year to the federal government. Making the right decisions determines what type of retirement you truly will have. We want to make sure at Modern Retirement Professionals Group that your lifestyle doesn't change. We want to make sure that you've accumulated enough wealth to be able to provide for you and your family and have the lifestyle that you dreamt of. The other areas that you need to be aware of is making sure that you have adequate amounts of emergency money and travel expenses. You want to make sure that you have travel funds, emergency funds. You want to have foundation security through insurance products, as well as diversified portfolios of allocated mutual funds and different products for different people based off what your goals and needs are. The other areas that you may want to do is spend more time with your family. Most individuals, when they hit retirement, they tell me that they're more busy now than what they were when they were working full time. The three key elements to a successful retirement are simple. The first area, the area of taxation, making sure that you have a certified public accountant that's not only educated in the aspect of why you're paying, what you're paying in taxes, but actually takes the time to go line by line to make sure that you personally understand what you're paying in taxes and why. Also letting you know if there's any other areas where he can help you reduce or possibly eliminate unnecessary taxation. Having a great, competent financial planner to help, along with that certified public accountant, to make sure that where you draw your income to supplement your pension and Social Security, or the diversification depending on your goals and objectives as far as how much risk you want to take at retirement, is crucial not only to your retirement, but also to your taxes. Having a competent estate planning attorney is critical to making sure that you pass your assets on the most cost-effective, the most tax-efficient, and the simplest way possible. If you'd like to have a more secure retirement, knowing that these three key professionals are working together, that's exactly where Modern Retirement Professionals Group falls. Our advisors have gone out with inside of the community and networked with the top estate planning attorneys, other competent CPAs to make sure that the team of professionals that you need to have a more secure retirement are there when you need them most. The first area of a more secure retirement is making sure that you've picked the right retirement professional to help you, guide you, educate you on the options that are available with the different instruments that are provided for individuals at the stage of retirement, whether that be through mutual funds, variable annuities, fixed indexed annuities, or maybe money under management. Who knows? Everybody's situation is different. There are many different areas to finance in retirement that transition and change. Areas that you may be concerned about or areas that you should be concerned about are volatile markets. Making sure that not only you have emergency money that's secure, but you've done a good job of diversifying and allocating the risk based off your goals and objectives. Not only are volatile markets an issue at the stage of retirement, but you also have to make sure that the income you create is impacting your finances in a positive standpoint. That income that's going to supplement your pension and Social Security not only needs to be a positive impact there, but it needs to impact your taxes on a positive manner as well. That's why it's so important that your retirement professional that helps you with your finances is working hand in hand with that certified public accountant. The last critical area of finance at the stage of retirement is making sure that you don't outlive the assets that you've accumulated over the last years while you were working. Making sure that you and your financial planner have worked together to come up with the best plan for you is critical. Not only should that financial planner be working with you, but they should be working with the other professionals within inside of your life to making sure that that synergistic model of your taxation, your estate planning, and your financial needs are all affecting each other from a positive manner. Losing or spending money in your 401k at the stage of retirement can be detrimental to a lot of people's idea of retirement. Here's a short example. Let's assume that someone retires. They have no more earned income, so we know that they can never contribute to their qualified accounts again. They're receiving their pension and Social Security. Things are going great, but they never made any changes to the current allocation model of the high equity-based mutual funds that they were invested in while they were at work. Now, in this example, we have an individual who has a $100,000 IRA, and we're going to assume that they spend or they've lost due to volatile markets, whatever the situation may be, 50% of that $100,000. What is that client left with? They're left with $50,000. Now the problem being, since they didn't adjust their portfolio at the stage of retirement or look at the aspect of preservation, what type of return, since they can never ever buy low to sell high again, did they have to receive on that 50 just to get back to the point of breaking even? They have to receive 100% return. Those odds are probably slim to none, but what I will tell you is making sure that you've picked the right financial professional can ensure that this never happens to you. The second area that becomes extremely important at the stage of retirement is the area of taxation. Making sure that the certified public accountant and the financial planner are working together is critical to make sure that you're not paying too much in taxes. Also, to making sure that you're reducing or eliminating as much as you possibly can on the tax on the Social Security that you're paying. The other areas that you need to be aware of at the age of 70 and a half, the magical age, is what's called a required minimum distribution. This is a mandated distribution from the federal government, which every individual who has a qualified traditional IRA, a 401k, whatever the retirement plan may be, has to draw a division factor based off their life expectancy, and it all becomes ordinary income. Now, does this mean you have to draw out your entire IRA? By all means, no. That's why having a competent financial planner, retirement specialist who's here to make sure that every I is dotted, every T is crossed, is critical to making sure that you pay as little as possible in taxes. The most critical area that I see people struggling with at the stage of retirement is picking the most tax efficient area to create additional income. In most cases, there's three different forms of money at the stage of retirement. Some individuals have non-qualified assets, such as certificate of deposits that are compounding in the bank, that whether you spend the interest or you compound it, you're going to receive a 1099 at the end of the year. It's going to go right on line 8A or your scheduled 1040, and it's going to raise your adjustable gross income, possibly causing you to pay additional taxes. The second area that individuals can choose to create additional income is the area of what's called tax deferred assets. These are areas such as traditional IRAs, 401ks, but in many cases when people do withdrawals from these accounts, it all becomes ordinary income and can definitely cause additional taxation. The last area that some individuals have the opportunity to choose from is the area of what's called a Roth IRA. In many cases, Roth IRAs not only grow tax-free, but they can be passed on tax-free to multiple generations. Making sure your retirement professional is working hand in hand with your certified public accountant to make sure that the areas that you decide to choose for your family's additional income above and beyond your pension and Social Security is crucial to how much taxation you're truly going to pay. The last area of retirement, since we've covered the area of finance, taxation, is the area of estate planning. Now, inside of Modern Retirement Professionals Group in my local area of St. Louis, Missouri, in the estate planning area, we have 3 competent, well-diversed estate planning attorneys that help our clients with simple wills, revocable living trusts, special needs trusts for our clients who have disabled children, making sure that if a high net worth client has a federal estate tax issue, that we structure a life insurance preservation trust and explain to them the benefits of being able to hold this life insurance outside their estate for estate tax purposes. Also making sure that you have a competent estate planning attorney who's going to guide you to make sure that your powers of attorney over health care and property are set up properly. These documents are probably one of the most important for multiple reasons. They come into play while you're living. If you become incapacitated at the stage of retirement, or hit with the grips of Alzheimer's or possibly Parkinson's or dementia, the problem being is many individuals own their assets in joint tenancy with rights of survivorship, and they didn't structure powers of attorney over healthcare and property. The most common problem that I see is one of the largest assets my clients own is their home. It's owned in joint tenancy with rights of survivorship. The husband comes down with Alzheimer's, he ends up in a home, and the wife decides to sell the house. Well, guess what she can't do? She can't sell the home. Why? It's owned in joint tenancy with rights of survivorship, and there wasn't a very simple power of attorney over property put in place stating that the wife could make decisions for the husband if he became incapacitated. Making sure that the 3 key elements of your retirement are set up properly, making sure that you have the top professionals overseeing in case you have any changes in the future, is critical to a more secure retirement. We've simplified this process by going out into the local community, networking with other top professionals, and easing the load based off the decisions that you have to make by bringing these individuals in to guide and educate you. We've also taken it one step further. In Modern Retirement Professionals Group, when you come in, one of the first things that we're going to do for you is give you an accumulation to preservation snapshot. The accumulation to preservation snapshot is not advice. It's the aspect of direction. It's education and a guide to seek out the right professionals that fit you based off the way you've answered 30 simple questions. 10 that have to do with your current financial situation, 10 that have to do with your current tax situation, 10 that have to do with your current estate planning situation. Once you're done addressing these 30 yes, no, or unsure questions, these answers will be inputted into Modern Retirement Professional Group's website. It will then generate a report that is built for education and guidance to seek out the right professional. If there's an area of concern, it may show an area of a red light. If there's an area of caution but not great concern based off the way you address those questions, it may show an area of a yellow light. If you've answered everything in the proper way and you have the top professionals all working together, well, you should receive a green light. That green light doesn't mean that you can't do business with me. It just means that you've done a good job of making sure that things are working properly. At Modern Retirement Professionals Group, we're here to make sure that you have the best retirement possible by educating you and giving you the guidance from the 3 key professionals that truly make a difference at this stage of life. After we've ran the accumulation and preservation snapshot, this guide is going to give you the education and the guidance you need to make sure that the top professionals are working together to the best benefit for guess who? You. In Modern Retirement Professionals Group, we put education first. Education not only for our advisors and our team of professionals, but also education for you, so that you understand the decisions, the transitions, and the changes that could occur at retirement and what options you have to fix them. Thank you very much, and good night.